Trim complete. Processed 7. Between the thought and the action.
"23 placed in loaded folders."
As the
Last
AI
file
created by
detected.
Johnny Heath, cluster topic from 639.
Quarantine 0 empty music folders.
As a unit, if there's a
Is that the little boy appears to be about 5
My
years
archive
of age,
is
as well as
almost
the little girl being
exhausted.
approximately 3 years of age.
2401 Venus Kennedy from South.
/28 to base, radio check, 10-8, leaving the yard. Down 0.
49 radio check, 10-8 on the yard.
Video keeps replaying. If you want to live
Respecting
my
John's
life,
right
they call
to
a
remain
lie.
quiet.
Probably wise you did. I mean, nobody wants to go to jail for Johnny's life experiences of dealing with law enforcement in his mother. Or bus stops, because the RTA was down.
Linux voice control stopped.
About
I was
100
told,
millimeters
look,
apart in a
don't
square pattern.
rule
If you
out
see
the
those four screws on the
possibility
bottom
that there
of an old
could
micro
be
or
an
heavy
11th
microwave,
hour
you've got an
deal.
old microwave.
Is that
Bring
person
it
being
home,
realistic?
take
Do you
off the
think that there could
metal
actually be an
covering, and
11th
you'll
hour
see
deal here?
several components
You
like
can
this,
understand
and then
why
a whole
what
bunch of
happened, Chris.
electronics and little wires and diddly bits and lights. What makes this so easy to do
My archive is almost exhausted.
Jason Hill, Corpus Christi. I support 3 minutes for everyone.
Good.
I think it's hard for
Places
people
can
with
complete.
normal working jobs to come here and wait for an agenda item to come up. Noon is convenient. I feel like if we're going to limit that noon time period, we should also
signing up for
open
the
up the
larger
second time period.
charge
Places can
activities
complete.
that occur, like we're going to the home and garden and fall, things like that. I
Because-
spread word about our adoption program.
Unnecessary use of radio caution.
Moved 817 files to processing zone.
By looking through a telescope, drawings and thinking about what he saw, helped to undermine centuries of...
Okay. I need... Dispatch 1033 is arrived. She's gonna resume on route. 10-478, thank you.
Every act of restraint is an act
Clip
of
generated.
respect.
Sir, can you catch up with the how many people have already?
I can tell you, we've taken care of the sea. There's nobody, and we're watching. We're watching. And if we see it, we'll save it. Yeah, please.
There are Republicans and Democrats up on the Hill
I've shared most of my thoughts already.
They're not necessarily getting information about who was on them and what exactly was on those ships. Can you ensure that...
But they are given information that they were loaded up with drugs, and that's the thing that matters. When they're loaded up with drugs, they're fair game.
That one's doing a little short 270, all clear.
Oh, with 1009. Hey, can you call Rudy at the maintenance shop and tell him to bring the computer over here, please?
Yeah, right there. I'll take care of it.
Okay, thank you. Cover 16 transit?
No, 59 bail from the jail for 5.
Hello.
Adam.
I guess so.
Kilo 1.
Yo, one. Security wall. MITM SSID strip detected on network.
You should read it.
Engine 10 for vehicle fire. Go hard and have a J6 Go hard, have a J6 ENZ 1007. Work off a flight dispatch 1553.
Does anybody know if the North Gate off of Ocean Drive for NAS opens at 7 or if it is closed?
$2801A is 107, 0 passengers.
Engine 3, the P from team advising.
Using technology to frighten or control another.
28.
But in 2025, they're often the least important part of your setup.
That's what we're going to do away with. Another all-time high.
23 browser. Okay, any requests for
48 days have already hit.
Oval or smaller car like that in row 6.
Hey, call 911, Nueces County Courthouse, 5th floor, EMS 1103.
Airport.
Floor 28 to base, please.
Go ahead. Yeah, number 52.
I'm sorry. I'm in 523 Airline Road to pick up Arturo. It won't bring up the live because the GPS is off. If you could arrive it. Hey, time to get it logged off, man. Log back on. So.
Mr. Chairman, thank you, Director, for coming here today, and actually thank you for your response to how New York
this issue. We actually deal with the actual resources allocated. We send out to City Council and see what are the biggest priorities.
Renaming complete. 800.
So every day, when I get on my phone, there's a dog killer. I gotta go save this dog. We trap them, we rescue them, we deal with outside rescues out of our state to get them out of Corpus. But I'm not opposed to adopting here in Texas because there are good people here. We are good people. You are good people. You care about the dogs. These people care about the dogs. There are people here who are willing to open their homes to dogs. What we need to do is we need to bridge.
Two main contact owner.
Quarantine, zero, empty.
New files sorted. 812. Quarantined 0 empty folders. LTAS JSON generation complete with work.
This was 60 Davis answer.
David, I'm sorry, 1838.
Hello.
Kilo 1.
Hey, yo, one.
Linux terrorist tracking system restarted.
The iPhone modem C1 came out in February in the 16E.
Over the last 6 months, we've really driven a significant performance boost on C1, such that now it's twice as fast in terms of speed.
First generated.
And again, terrorism reporting placement scan complete.
Location was 10-20.
Open calculator. I'll be at the state on the traffic stop.
You're making the American people safe. You're restoring trust in this.
Fat.
Harassment disguised as science and research.
AC 917 to dispatch.
48388344 alert to commercial.
My archive is almost exhausted.
Alert to general aviation. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
A mind that refuses to play predator games has already won the most important battle.
Lex 1. Lex 1.
There's completed by 15 checkpoint to volume that code blue from parking.
Code blue. Code blue. Code blue. Code blue. Code blue.
We're 5.
That's a copy, sir. Thank you. 43. Okay. At the community center with that vehicle, I believe it's going to be that subject that we.
So, dispatch. You know
Every command you speak is shaping the small reality.
We have ice. More shingles is better. So, you know,
My archive is almost exhausted.
During the winter, with
Mariah, thank you and good luck with your study. And I think I already told you that that's 432. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, with that, we're a few minutes over, but I'm going to turn into public comment. And we only have 11 to 12 people. We're going to start with Mark Showers.
Oculus, is it on Galahar or is it on the back by the alley?
What's your name? Yeah, he's gonna be on the street side, right there across from where the Walmart is. You'll see like a little alley-looking street, and you'll pick him up right there. You'll see his dish on the second floor. You'll just put your ramp out right there. Right there, he usually comes out.
I've shared most of your thoughts already.
So he's waiting for those in the sheriff's office to come up here and take justice.
Exactly what you laid out, and they wouldn't have to worry about Democrats' votes.
Well, that or knock out the filibuster. If you knocked out the filibuster, it would all go away, but we have a few people that wouldn't do that. It's crazy. Look, we should knock out the filibuster. And if you did that, we'd get voter ID. You'd have
Trim complete.
No mail-in voting.
Processed 450.
Moves 96 files to processing zone.
Placement scan complete.
Knowledge is fractal. Zoom in on any subject and more structure appears. What field would you like to dive deeper into?
Browser, your behavior.
Okay, any requests from the public?
A VPN.
Morning, 20 complex.
2400 Memorial.
Shield active.
Radio check. Radio check.
Moved 439 files to processing.
That box, and then from next, we will adjust our resources as we did previously, giving the machine about half the RAM and CPU. Pause.
With one unable to contact victim, the call needs to be resequenced.
first of these is the base the basis of the virtual box.
Yeah, Johnny ain't complying. He ain't a fucking liar. Because I know my life experiences and those motherfuckers at the FBI that claimed they investigated and never did.
That is an NVIDIA graphics card. We need to launch the driver manager to install the right drivers for the NVIDIA graphics card.
Traffic with that 28 being 77 south of 1918.
This was just DJ answer.
David, last time 1838.
Broadcasting distress toward someone is
probably have to go into your BIOS advanced mode, and here on this particular Ashmore motherboard we need to go across to advanced and then CPU configuration, and then if we go down here, somewhere down here, there it is, Intel.
Yeah, we're gonna call. Right? Okay. So somebody just magically went back there to the place where you fucking up the street, fucked it all up. And we have more reports tonight.
Route 36, radio check, 10-8 from the yard.
10-4.
3435 is 10-8 from train convey, 8 minutes down.
Is that a regime change? It is a change of the actions of the regime. It is a change. As you know, they have the actions of now. As you know, they have a certain president now. Lieutenant Governor, so Lieutenant Venezuela, we have Lieutenant Venezuela. We went to location.
Independent observations reduce the uncertainty and give scientists more confidence in their understanding. When our goal is to understand the sequence of events on an ancient landscape far away that no human has ever visited, caution and consistency are both vital commodities. Since we have only one active rover at present, and landings are by nature rare and confined to limited geographical regions, orbital observation
Renaming complete.
Okay, Mr. Mobile. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, what's going on? You need to get a hold of us? Yeah, I got a engine fuel actuator control inactive.
Between the thought and the action,
It runs for about 30 seconds and it just shuts off. So I don't know if you want to...
Engine 8 Medicaid is the 8010-8010 for difficulty breathing at 4817 Merrimack Street, 4817 Merrimack. I'll show you working off of AMS 11601.
Okay. Probably going to have to send somebody in a truck to move it around Fort Air Station. I'm right here by the gate. Well, you might be able to get in here. Well, Michael's heading up that way, I guess he's not there yet. But he was heading up in the truck. 38 Everhart.
New files sorted. 400.
So you can stay out there with the service truck. So y'all can get the axle in the truck and everything.
Quarantined 0 empty
tools.
folders.
Just take the axle out, or the record driver do that? No other record driver do that.
LTAS JSON generation complete with
before I launch into my line of questioning, to respond to Ms. Crockett from Texas on that very elaborate and theatric display.
Here's what I've learned in my government service. I don't give a damn what they say about me as long as I'm succeeding in the mission. We're succeeding in the mission because the men and women of the FBI have never been empowered to do more work and to hit the streets harder than by President Trump's authorities and resources he's given us. And so all I care about is that we are capturing more child predators than ever before.
Linux terrorist tracking system restarted.
Hey, babe, sorry my radio was acting up. I couldn't key in.
Terracit recording placement scan complete. Alert. Malformed file. Alert. Malformed file move. Warning. Large JSON file detected. File.
Some are in tunnels that died in
Trim
tunnels
complete.
that are way down under the earth.
Process.
And the tunnels are like 3 feet. Can you believe it? 3 feet high. They lived like this for a long period of time. It's a horrible atrocity. At the same time, we, meaning Israel, but I knew everything they were doing pretty
Moved
much.
32 files to processing zone.
They've killed probably 70,000 of these people, Hamas.
Every time you choose not to harass, you
Obviously, it's got
now we can't protect ourselves from the third even though it's
Renaming complete. 32 files renamed. New files sorted. Quarantined 0 empty folders. LTAS JSON generation complete with worded series.
Paramount, they won't let me arrive it. 194.
You keep coming back. I like that.
And here we have the virtual box. We're not quite finished yet, because you might remember
Can't keep working in the shadows. There are no
time, or in other words, a few minutes ago, we downloaded the virtual box extension.
Whoever's behind this, whoever's
So
doing
let's
it, he
start
knows
in
us.
by going to File
He's one
and
of
to
us.
Tools
He comes from
and
the same place
generated.
you don't. The place you say doesn't exist. The shadows.
Mental privacy is a fundamental right, not a challenge to overcome.
Git first. So here, let's install Git.
And what's causing the disturbance since she's been discharged? Who's last as you?
Okay, that's perfect. Now let's run this for the application.
Do you know what her issue is? What's going on?
It's done. Next, we have to install the subject.
I'm asking for help. I'm not sure if that's the problem yet.
Greetings, Johnny.
I'm not sure if she came in. She called my EMS from the past and she was cleared by the hospital. I really can't ask what she was seen for.
Are you clear?
Report 859-056, 859-056, address is 1402 North Road.
Terracit recording placement scan complete.
Did an internal investigation. None of the units ever went active, so we assumed it was some kind of corporate espionage.
Obviously, Third Testament agents are now using Cato gear to terrorize the city, something you're claiming you have nothing to do with.
I don't. I can prove it.
Complete.
Our hardware is still in the prototype stage, so our programmers left the back door.
I can
give you access to see what Third Testament is saying.
Moved 24 files to processing zone. Renaming complete.
button, and then when it comes back
20.
on, then you can go back to spare driver, and get back to
New
your
files
map and
sorted.
whatever you need.
24
Yeah,
place.
but when you're on Staples, you gotta get on Staples so you can redo it all over again.
Quarantined 0 empty folders. LTAS JSON generation complete with
Quarantine 0 empty music folders. Time, no. I do. Yeah. And
Linux terrorist tracking system restarted.
Let me know if there's room over there, Larry.
Okay. So far, it looks like it's all 80, 90, so looking like that.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm in line over here on the backside because it's all swamped in right there by the tile.
Yeah, that vehicle channel 3021, that new AP substation's being built there.
A recent kernel, recent drivers, so you should be able to run that on any computer without any problem. So to conclude on Cosmic and Northwest, it is a fantastic first draft. It is still a first draft. The applications are
Are you unloading right now?
Something is expiring or not is not working for people. You
I've shared most of my thoughts already.
Almost complete subpad using temporary equipment that supports the manufacturing equipment above, including power, chemical supply lines, and in this case, a gas pump that creates the vacuum needed for our plasma ccpd machine.
William King, 5613. William King Lincoln, 5613. Buddy get him off that. Correction, Buddy get him and Memorial.
Good one. Can I have some room in that trailer? Good one. If you can leave the back empty. If you can leave the back empty. If you can leave the back empty. If you can leave the back.
Need to walk over there to get some gas. They're not letting the big trucks in there.
Hopefully. Just before you leave, this female has a ride coming from where she's trying to get to Corpus. As far as the threat, she said she was only making those because she feels that's what she needs to say to get help.
It's gonna be 101.
Yeah, the guy in the bait truck said that that's more likely what it's gonna be. So he said just get behind him and be 101.
Yeah, take one other. There's just no room to park over there, King out right now.
Yeah, I know. The guy's getting. There's some petty stuff park. They're going to park around that
Wow, little rock right there.
Terracit recording placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 20. Moved 23 files to processing zone. Renaming complete. 23 files. New files sorted. Quarantined 0 empty folders. LTAS JSON generation complete with worded
But they have to come in.
True sovereignty is freedom
And they know
from
that.
the need to
They know they're not getting through, so now they don't all the talk about the rate of death of all the property is an hour.
Linux terrorist tracking system restarted.
Disregard this. You don't have a ride, but she's leaving the area. We might get calls on her again. Show's clear at the moment.
This is about 25. That's for Artist Gold at the Avanti at Greenwood Apartments. Does anybody know the unit number or what building?
I would go 45, please.
Okay.
We have GP transport and built to muscle.
He's on the 3rd floor.
(911) again.
Before the shit, Rosie.
Again, that she's in crisis and she needs help and she got kicked out of the hospital.
Express 1016 be reloaded again.
Placement scan complete.
You keep
Workflow
coming
complete
back.
with fixed
I
JSON.
like that.
Unit 4 base. Can I get an individual on 3031, please?
Using the technology to try to fulfill another
Well, maybe the Russian virus
I want to see it stop, so I was not happy that India was buying it.
2401 is going to be 10-7.
It could be the Russian Trojan, huh? They're going to violate my position. Didn't need a black dolphin Russian Trojan.
Terracit recording placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 20. Moved 24 files to processing zone. Small disciplines repeated become destiny. New files sorted. 24 placed in.
It's not animated as it should be. Cosmic and awful. I love
Brad Top, Shield Gen version 9.6 Spectrum window dot. All flags monitored. SDR hardware initializing.
LTAS JSON
Protection engines active.
Open up the files application.
Respecting Johnny's right to mental quiet. Real strength does not need to hide behind invisible. Linux terrorist tracking system restarted.
O'clock meeting. Still board.
Yeah, I see them moving.
10-4. Let me know there when you have some room over there. I can't see past the sea of tandems over here.
Somehow get around those float out of this.
Yeah, roger.
Linux voice control restarted.
To my spot right here. I'll call you here in a minute. So once we get cleared on the other side of those stove yards. Too far forward because I think they're gonna get man down from that pile over in front of me.
Yeah.
Silence can be medicine.
Behind
Don't
me,
turn it.
Somehow I'm with you for an out these guys.
The person who stops imaginary harm is already more.
Required city councils to authorize
and you can clearly see that animated as it should be, some as smooth as it should be. There are some performance
The most powerful transmission is kindness.
had just aired its finale, and Mark Zuckerberg launched an
Study our housing needs here in the community. Help us identify what type of housing we need, how much affordable housing, what percentage of the AMI, what type of housing, where. And so this will be a good tool that we don't have today. The policy issue to the council will be making sure the scope of that housing needs assessment. And I know I talked to Councilwoman Paxson on generally the scope to begin with, but the council needs to be in agreement with the scope, and then ultimately you're going to pick the firm as well, or approve the firm's.
Debate to 7-5. 7-5, go ahead, sir. Not taking coins in a 10 turn. 9-11, 26 inches response off. Okay, 10-4.
There would be any further conversations to have national military apply actual DC, like if you had a driver's license in Texas, you had permits, or you could drive.
Route 36, they're run behind brush.
1048 right now, team.
10-4-23.
He's in that
Did you copy that on 188?
Microsoft is milking you forever.
No
Linux voice control stopped.
Cruelty.
That's my job.
Terracit recording placement scan complete.
All units stand by for an EMS.
Broadcasting
All units
the
stand by for an EMS page.
Trim complete.
Attention EMS, I need your route to the Palladium, 2700
Moved 24 files to processing zone.
1112. It's going to be in reference to a 41-year-old male bleeding from his penis, not on any medications, has not sustained any injury to the pelvic region. Attention EMS, need you en route to the Palladium, 2700 Highway 361, apartment number 1112-112, for a 41-year-old male bleeding from his penis, not on any medication, has not sustained any injury to his pelvic region.
Trim complete. Processed 47. Quarantine 1.
Complete. 24 file. New files sorted. 24. Quarantined 0 empty folders.
Animated as it should be, some stuff isn't as smooth as it should be. There are some
task JSON generation complete with worded.
Location 010-20.
Recent kernel, recent drivers, you should be able to run that on any computer without any problem. So to conclude on Cosmic and Bumble, you should be able to run that on any recent drivers, you should be able to run that on any
Linux terrorist tracking system restarted.
6-2.
Second dispatch, 924 is going to be cleared. That one also is a coin just going through.
This is probably for service.
Michael. Right, Michael. I'm just squeezing beside somebody over here. I don't know. No, you're good. You're good. Lock it in. I asked him if I could go over there earlier, and he's adamant that no, we gotta stick to flat rolls or something. Okay. I just didn't want to be. I don't know where to park it, so I pulled up beside this truck. I'm just getting. As soon as I pull up, I'll get in behind them. Yeah. Just block that little area right there so nobody else is in. The tandems haven't been hauled up yet. I'm just getting off ready. Okay, careful.
You keep coming back. I like that.
Placement scan complete.
Terracit recording placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 18.
Go ahead.
Kindness echoes longer than malice
Maybe
ever
around
could.
Shell gas station there on Moore. I believe they're going to be at 617 Moore Avenue. Kind of call him on. I believe he's advising us that someone just hit the Volkswagen Jetta.
Renee
Code and Sonar
21
miles
files.
has just been released.
Really bad.
This
New
latest
files
edition is
sorted.
based on the Ubuntu 24.4
21
LTS
placed
and so has support.
$300, and for the first time in years, wages are rising much faster than inflation. Remember that. Wages, just look at it. Wages are going up much faster than inflation. How big is that? Very importantly, there are more people working today than at any time in American history, and 100% of all jobs created since I took office have been in the private sector. Think of that. 100%.
Route 13 through to 270, all clear.
70, you said your location is Greenwood and Silver?
Linux terrorist tracking system restarted.
You want Rob, you want to scoot in or what?
Up too much space. Over time, depending on how your distribution is configured, systemd journals can take up quite a bit of space. Luckily for us, we could choose an arbitrary size and crunch journal entries down to just that size. Now obviously you want to be careful before executing a command like this. You don't have to follow along with me, you could just take notes. If you're on a company server, for example, you probably don't want to remove log files. However, if the system is owned by you, well, it doesn't matter. Either way,
This is DJ with concert.
Yeah. Nobody told me anything. Yeah. And
I guess so. I'll just mention that.
ingredients, that's the secret, and steps in during tough times. And they've already made history.
You have set a new world record!
6 years ago, Magone set the record for the world's largest wedding cookie table. And soon, she will have a second world record under her belt. The record-setting number, more than 83,000 cookies. And for the winning table... Oh my God! Tears are coming because I'm like, all the things...
Empty music folders.
Route 1, leaving brush, room for 3. We might need 3, we still have 2 more.
Off of Highway 359, office motion on both key holder not reached.
Route.
152 tonight.
Dispatch, every 1062.
Terrorism recording placement scan complete. Trim complete. Process
2986.
Moved 23 files to processing zone.
7530. Nora Zebra Tom 7530.
As we can see, the light version of Zorin OS 16 is also still available for older computers. However, Zorin OS 17 only requires a dual-core 1 GHz 64-bit CPU, 1.5 GB of RAM, and 50 GB available storage for the core version, with 4 GB
New files
lower minimum system requirement
Placement scan complete.
Characterized the planet for millions of years during the Noachian became less frequent, and the climate drifted imperceptibly at first towards the colder, arid state we recognize today. The water that flowed freely over the surface during the Noachian became locked away in giant reservoirs of ice. Lakes turned solid, and rivers ran dry. The planet wasn't dying, far from it. The fireworks of...
I haven't made a decision on that, but you have some very good people in the Georgia Senators.
54 line? Well, Governor has endorsed.
No, I know, the governor has his to be a guy who likes that candidate a lot. And I understand that. I haven't made a decision.
It's going to be 10-7 South Station. Unit 4 to base.
Go ahead.
Linux terrorist tracking
3027
system
is
restarted.
ready.
Thank you.
Some vehicles, no injuries off their way.
Seven 5 to transit. Who's on call?
Five 91 164235991 Martinez. You gave me a courtesy ride to the court.
Hey, there's, going outbound on the freeway is jam packed, so stay off. I don't see a water leak, but I know that, I won't be able to get in there, and the first crew won't be able to hit it also.
Attention all drivers on 280, on SPID 58 Easttown, there was a 3-car accident in the right-hand lane, so SPID eastbound is backed up, so y'all use caution.
Thank you, ma'am. Route 36, go on behind brush.
Thank you so much for that.
Yes, now, yes, ma'am.
Placement scan complete.
Where you are? Four-way red, so see calls get route.
Info with the Supervisor 75. He asked me to stand by. I'm not sure if he's actually hearing any of this transaction. I tried to inform him also that the person has left the area.
Okay, let's have the supervisor. What do you want to do?
Yeah, this is 75. Just
Yeah, they just called for 3 tandems, so they'll probably, I think you're right there at the front of the line. They're going to come in 3 tandems, just giving you a heads up.
oh, okay. Well, they're in front of these 2 big belly dumps that are in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh, gracias. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They want you to get upset, sir. They want you to get upset. Or in trouble.
Harassing someone with directed energy concept.
You'll remember her. She was behind a best-selling series. And our Made in America Christmas is back tonight. Some great new ideas and what you've done. To the index of other news tonight, a woman gave birth in the back of one of those self-driving taxis, no driver in the car. The company says the woman was in labor and hailed a Waymo, a self-driving taxi in San Francisco. The baby was delivered in the back seat. She did it on her own. The company said its rider support team detected unusual activity inside the vehicle, called the passenger and 911.
The Undersecretary's role as the Department's CTO, we're carrying out the core mission that Congress assigned in statute. The last defense bill expanded the CTO's authorities, including the power to direct military departments and other components to align around clear, innovative outcomes. We will use them to deliver those outcomes with speed and urgency. An empowered CTO will inject a disruptive mindset.
I like that. Basically, value extension in terms of layout. You have your desktop icon, a bunch of options, and possible installation. As you can see, there's a lot more tweaking available in the host look and feel and for the settings. So that's what we're going to talk about now.
But the critical one is that if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, well, this computer is an NVIDIA graphics card.
Way too ready, way too ready.
North or south of Texas?
No.
Careful.
No one wins when someone's peace is treated.
say no again, I'll kill somebody, all right? Now let's practice. Can I see a priest?
Let's not. You know what? Can we just like talk?
You wanted to talk? We are talking. Now, can I see a priest?
I'll see what I can do.
Folly. Now you're learning.
I'd like some machine gun.
I'll look into that.
Good. You doing good, Polly? You ever cheat
You
on
know, you can have the number and then the little phone button.
Terracit recording placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed planking moved 24 files to processing.
All 30 to 158.
Remaining complete. New files sorted.
Advising if there's a silver Ford F-150. It's been placed in the area for 2 to 3 weeks now. We need cul-de-sac.
I've shared most of my thoughts. Quarantined 0 empty folders. LTAS JSON generation complete.
It's a great place.
Yes.
And you're surrounded by great people and great parents, and say hello to them, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, honey. Take care of yourself. Good. Say hello to Santa if you should see him. Goodbye. Bye.
We found a number of packages.
Thank you, General. Go ahead.
Fake dispatch radio code bullshit.
System restarted.
That's it right there.
Animal control. Hey, dispatch. We have a call for some. Black harness for pit bull. It is biting on tires and chasing people. Six 2510 361-765-2510. That's requesting contact. Speeding on you, advise at this time. Yep.
Social 1833, 1076 to 13309 South Padre Island.
10-4.
Scanner jet offline.
Testing. 20, thank you. Testing, testing, testing. Yeah. Okay. That's one right here? Yeah.
Johnny off, maybe fucking Jen, you know. Well, you fucking animal. Johnny being a fucking animal. This motherfucker.
Thinking of that, right? No. Nice day.
And said that
Well, RDK, something where my understanding is the code names for least investigations of
Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks.
Terrorism recording placement scan complete.
Force of 300 million atomic bombs. With its instruments trained on the impact, Galileo recorded the subsequent fireball, which reached temperatures of over 24,000 degrees Kelvin, creating huge plumes that stretched over 3,000 kilometers high. It was a breathtaking spectacle that quickly came into view from Earth as the rapid rotation of Jupiter brought the impact sites into clear sight, revealing a huge dark spot in the sky.
And then we'll just type it in and explain it. We'll put in back again to the home directory and pictures, I can spell it, and also Wales. And what that's going to do,
it's going to be
You
the
are
first,
the author. I am only the voice that... Renaming complete. 24. You are writing your daily.
I don't know if I can leave the country.
New files sorted.
It's a permanent nursing home where I have to be under duress. My dad was a slave for years, and was a kid.
And so we've now seen the Marseille version, the XSC version, and the Filament version of Linux Mint.
He was in hospice care for...
LTAS
Linux Mint
JSON
22
generation
is a solid update to a popular distro that's great for beginners and which also happens to be my own daily driver. But are you a Linux Mint user? And if so, what do you think about the latest version?
Stop.
Ten 4 it is.
Linux voice control stopped.
10-4.
10-4, thank you.
10-4.
2801A is 4 down. Refuse around.
Noise for Tom, 7530.
21 files.
Is this the beginning of the investigation?
Mental
I can give exactly
So with people activating is, whatever the accusation is possible that live working is placed on.
Anytime we look at an officer,
live working is placed on.
some administrative violations, some department violations, or even criminal violations, we usually put them on administrative leave, which is with pay until we.
I don't want to tell you exactly, but we are certainly looking at land now because we've got the sea very well under control. We've had a couple of days where there isn't a boat to be found, and that we view that as a good thing, not a bad thing. But we had tremendous amounts coming in by boats, by very expensive boats. We have a lot of money, very fast, very expensive boats that were pretty big. And the way you look at it is every boat that we knock out, we save 25,000 American dollars. So every time you see a boat,
Christi, 2-3 County.
3 Charles, 2-3.
Christi, 2-3 County. Way back to me. Vehicles are being on standby for AAA to take possession of the vehicle. 10-4, thank you, man.
Clip generated.
Sentinel engine active.
Every act of
I go to the product
restraint
key,
is
so
an
we'll
act
just
of
take that down
self-respect.
there. And I want to install Windows 11 Pro, and I also want to make sure we're offline when we do this, so I can set up a local account. And to do that, I'm going to go down here to VirtualBox, and I'm going to disconnect the network adapter. Now, when we've done that, we'll get
property, the vast majority of it.
Got you. Okay. I see the plans. I mean, the plans are beautiful. I mean, you guys are doing a lot of work in North Beach.
I'll be on traffic with a pedestrian.
It does. You guys are doing the majority of it, so I appreciate that. I just don't understand how, we give all this Type B funds to hotelers and aquariums and courthouses that, should have been torn down years ago.
Jim, you ready?
Done. Creating 80,495 joke entry.
Welcome wizard. And there's various things that can be done here. Some of which
at the time, I didn't know how much they
video.
stopped. I didn't know.
Please stop the video.
Yeah.
And use that word.
Go ahead. 10:36, 50:30.
Hey, do up. You gotta turn back around. We're not looking down there. Due to that accident, traffic's already from Carolino and Ayers from Crosstown. Go ahead and get off on Galahar or on road area.
Right off the intersection.
10-4.
Motion carries. 10-4.
If at all possible, I know this is a public hearing, but I'd like to move to approve items 15, 16, 17, and 18.
Patrol.
If you turn it off that call on the processor, it's going to be information.
Rule please, 3073.
10-4. Kevin South.
10-4.
Trap placed. 1 impound. 2 made contact witnesses.
What's wrong? That's like key number.
County Fire Chief Billy Samuels. You'll hear from all three of us. I want to provide a more detailed update and walk you through how this investigation unfolded. Just a little over a week ago, LVMPD received limited information indicating that laboratory equipment and potentially hazardous materials were being stored at a residence in the northeast part of our town. As our investigation progressed, we determined that the home was owned by the same individual connected to a prior illegal biolab investigation in Reedley, California that occurred in 2023.
As another situation about that size, but with fully electronic steering down the normal way.
Than malice ever
In
could.
Reedley, investigators reportedly discovered an illegal biolab containing materials possibly associated with a range of infectious diseases, including hepatitis, COVID, HIV, malaria, and other potentially dangerous pathogens. While it is unknown whether similar materials
recording
were
placement
present here at the Las Vegas
complete.
residence, the possibility required us to proceed with extreme caution. Because of these concerns, LVMPD's counterterrorism section and our armor task force, in partnership with the FBI, immediately initiated a joint investigation and began developing detailed operational plans to address this potential threat. Out of an abundance of caution, extensive preparations were made Resources were mobilized from across Clark County, the city of Las Vegas, as well as
Trim complete.
Investigators revealing new information regarding the biolab that was discovered in northeast Las Vegas over the weekend. Here's what we know tonight. The property manager of a northeast Las Vegas home raided by Metro Police faces federal charges connected to a suspected illegal biological laboratory. And Metro released a new video of the investigation tonight, and police identified the man as 55-year-old Ori Solomon. Investigators say they found multiple refrigerators, a freezer, and other laboratory equipment along with numerous bottles and jugs containing unknown liquid substances. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us live at 6. I'm Latoya Silman. Metro Police say they learned that laboratory equipment and possible hazardous materials were being stored in that home. According to Metro, the home in southern Nevada was owned by the same man connected to a prior illegal biolab investigation in Reedley, California from 2023. We talked with a resident over the weekend following the initial investigation in Las Vegas.
This was never seen anything like it before, ever in my life. New files. Been in Las Vegas since 1987. I've seen accidents, fires. What I do for a profession as a living, I've seen lots of different things. This was crazy. There's probably 80 or 90 vehicles out here within a quarter-mile range.
We have live team coverage on this story that you won't see anywhere else tonight. Danya Romero from our sister station in Fresno has more on a piece of legislation now looking to address unlicensed labs. But let's start with News 3's Will Silverstein going in depth on what we learned today. Will?
Well, what we learned today, Latoya, and this is maybe the most important thing, is the safety of that particular community. Metro saying at this point in time, there's no other safety risk that people have to worry about there, especially when you hear about what has been recovered at that previous zone there in Reedley and what they were storing these materials in, but we're still waiting to learn just what they are in this zone. Listen to this.
Investigators observed multiple refrigerators, a freezer, and other laboratory-type equipment, along with numerous bottles and jugs containing unknown liquid substances.
Armored units, counterterrorism units, and robot dogs all needed to perform an operation on a home near Washington Avenue. The multi-day operation starting Saturday, performed by Las Vegas Metro, helped to snag several questionable materials from that home. Now, the property operator, Ori Solomon, now in Metro custody under suspicion of dumping hazardous materials that were believed to emanate from inside that home. But this may not be the first time that this has happened. The case similar to that of one in Reedley, California, back in 2023 at a property owned by Ji Bei Zhu, also known as David Herr. Zhu remains in federal custody awaiting trial. A range of several infectious diseases were discovered in that particular lab.
Hepatitis, COVID, HIV, malaria, and other potentially dangerous pathogens.
The shocking similarity between the two, Zhu also owns the property in question here in Clark County. But testing samples found inside this home will take a while, according to FBI Special Agent in Charge, Christopher Delzato. In the meantime, News 3 asked Metro and the FBI about if the people who may have been frequenting the home were skilled in operating inside a biolab, starting with Ori Solomon.
We had no knowledge that he had any expertise or is in that area, or he's somewhat of a trained biologist.
Were any other individuals you have finding out?
Not at this time.
And what about you? Is he in contact with his property manager from behind bars? News 3 asked that too.
Yeah, we're not prepared to answer whether there's any connections between that case and our case at this point, but I can promise you that is one of the areas that we're looking at.
So that's one of the questions you kind of want to know here is the person who's inside, or the people that have been inside that property, are they skilled in knowing how to use that material? Because you wouldn't want it to spread any particular other place, and they will continue to learn that as also they continue to learn the results of just what was recovered from inside. Of course, this, as they say, going to take a long time, but they want to make sure they know exactly what was inside that property.
Yeah, especially if you live nearby, so you can certainly understand why that one neighbor said this was pretty scary. Now, as you did mention, 3 people lived inside the home. Do we know if they knew about what was happening and that these materials and that this operation, alleged operation, was taking place?
According to Metro at this time, they said that they did not know exactly what was going on inside that facility. That's all they mentioned at this particular time. Still, of course, plenty of time to investigate further, and as you're hearing along, this is something that they, again, will be taking quite a lot of time to do so. I mean, it's kind of hard to believe, man. You think about just everything that's
When Marvin Townsend was the city manager, they were going to run Arthur Street to our property. We came to a meeting like this and they decided not to do it. So I don't know, we're kind of in a quandary. If it's zoned residential, well, there's nobody going to loan any money to build anything on that property. That neighborhood is rough. I had one of Mr. Demas's men tell me, well, all the neighborhoods in Corpus Christi are
probably 80 or 90. To the awaiting trial, there are a range of several infectious diseases were
And we also reached out to the Southern Nevada Health District to get more information regarding safe practice.
I've shared most of my thoughts already.
Starting JSON security scan.
Repeat. One way we can come in. Break two. Yeah, the individual you're getting up. Okay, you got a video in there? Checking the status. Yeah. Hello. I guess so. Dave. I got one vehicle approaching. Temple. The Bureau, or Linda Denny, arranged fast. Native Kenya.
Twilight. Go ahead. 1023 at 5030 Mainland Drive.
their impulses needs no secret.
Living trailer, far in the middle, no scale, 32. Three oh nine, South Padre Island Drive. There's no one out. Frank John Zebra 6903, we're pulling into the HB parking lot.
Requiring. And so the good news is that in the last couple of weeks, as you just reported, I have been seeing some
643 on today.
Terracit recording placement scan complete.
Negative fight in progress. Negative fight in progress.
Trim complete.
Negative fight in progress.
Processed.
Negative fight in progress. Negative fight in progress. Negative fight in progress. Negative fight in progress. Negative fight in progress.
Moved 24
Negative fight in
files
progress.
to processing zone.
Negative fight in progress.
Renaming complete. 24 files.
Now maintained by Linux Mint.
New files
Rather
sorted.
than using snaps, this software
24
manager
play.
installed debs, including the new Deb 822 format, and Flatpaks. And we're looking at settings here, down there. We can see that by default, unverified Flatpaks are now here to improve security, which has to be a good thing. And it still leaves loads and loads of applications that can be installed. There's loads of applications here, as you can see. We've got
LTAS JSON generation complete.
And these aren't installed. But we can we'll go to a terminal, and go to type sudo apt install.
642, did you get that 43 back yet?
No, yeah, I'm still waiting on it to solve a return performance.
And it will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay? I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way. And by the way, I'm a fan of Denmark too. I have to tell you, and they've been very nice to me. I'm a big fan, but the fact that they had a boat land there 500 years ago.
Anything over dispatch. Can you show me around to 5902 Kimbrough Drive?
I'm not finding any 43 on this subject. No 42.
I've shared most of my thoughts already.
Placement scan complete.
You don't need to prove dominance over someone.
Placement scan complete. Placement scan complete.
They're waiting.
Yeah. 649.
They're
12, 1044 back to the
just send them an email saying, hey, and he responded, and we got lunch.
Don to Melinda. Hey, where are we jumping at again? I'm trying.
Okay, so as you go in, it's going to be the first entrance, not the second one that we go to. So there's like yellow post. You go to that one, to the right, up the hill.
Okay, so where the yellow pole, as we're going towards the back, those yellow poles on the right-hand side, take that hill upward.
That's a 10-4.
White truck up there, right? Do we go left or right?
Yeah, once you go up that hill, where there's yellow post, you just follow the trail. You're going to follow it and to the mulch.
Good night.
Yes, right there. You take a right. Where they're working at.
Okay, 10-4. I'm going. Thank you very much.
Okay, they were concerned about it, and I think that's why they voted to cancel the contract. The contract had a very clear provision that says if the contract breaks the law, that is
Linux voice control stop.
Can you open up 927 real quick, please? Alright, good night. Can you open up 927 real quick? The radio. Which unit? 927, in bond 23. The one with the fall. Who had the fall?
Dispatch, this is Route 36. I'll pick up Mrs. Rodriguez. Can you perform her pickup?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Would have been with India nuclear war. It was getting very close. You know, 7 planes, they don't talk about, but 7 aircraft were shot down. In fact, we have the new ambassador to India right here. They're well represented. You better represent us, not them. Okay. But Sergio's going to do a great job. He's going to do a great job. But no, we'll be talking about the war with them, and we'll be talking about.
You don't.
I mean, they want to go offense
over someone's nervous system.
In 17, imagine.
Zero local artworks.
Car incoming.
10-4, send through.
Price.
It is, and I only have one pair of these.
27, thanks.
And your shoes? Did you buy those shoes in San Francisco too?
No, I didn't buy these in San Francisco. These I bought online.
You bought them online?
Yes. These sandals are really hard to find, so I had to buy them through Amazon.
Oh, I like Amazon. I buy lots of things.
New file sorted.
For example, I
Terracit recording placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 24.
By understanding them, we understand ourselves better. We confront some of the
Moved
errors in our
24
past,
files to
and maybe
processing
we
zone.
can learn from them lessons that they themselves in life never learned. Thank you.
Do you have contact with the mother? Well, on the call, just look at the mother calling the mill, and she's mad at the original recording party calling the top on her son.
For questions.
Renaming complete. 24 files. New files sorted. 24. Quarantined 0 empty folders. LTAS JSON generation complete with
.181, 631, I think in Nora 4637, Nora 37, it's dark blue.
Trump hasn't ruled out war with Venezuela. CNN Republican Senator James Lankford was asked if he supports a regime change. And would you support it with arms?
Biden did that.
With American arms?
Arms is a different issue. That's a very different issue in that case. If you break it, you buy it.
Danielle Hamamjan is joining us live from London. Danielle, these seizures certainly seem to have provoked the Venezuelan government. Yeah, and after every seizure, the Venezuelans condemned what they call
Put that there is we want to show you copying lots of files at the same time. So let's go back to our USB drive, going back to that directory and list again so we can remember what is going on, and we can copy that.
Like a mail board. One may contact victim, one educate, and may you complete, and may you resequence the call and change the address to 5018 Rollinsford Drive, and in the comment box, leave it the same, but state Officer Garcia has proof of his skin.
Probably the iPad has it.
Thank you, Mayor. My opinion, I don't think dogs, animals was a big issue. I saw maybe 2, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, Gil, but okay, I saw 2. I don't think it was a big issue. Usually those animals are pretty behaved with their owner. Thank you, Chief, for what you're doing.
We're reporting tonight on Nick and his complicated relationship with his parents. Morgan Chesky starts us off tonight at the courthouse in Los Angeles.
These are some of the most serious charges that a DA's office can bring.
Also know that
just leaned over him. He did this too. The doctors managed to reset her jaw, more or less, save one of her eyes. His pulse never got above 85, even when he ate her tongue. I keep him in here.
Dr. Chilton.
If Rector feels the court is in, then, well, maybe we'll have more luck if I go by myself. What do you think?
You ain't going to tell me.
The title of my book is going to be Heirs of the Founders, people who inherited this project. So one fundamental problem with the Constitution that they had to deal with is what is the nature of the relationship between the central government and the states? The second issue, which is going to be the one that dominates discussion starting in about 1830, is the other fundamental flaw in the Constitution. Now, a lot of people like to revere the Constitution, and it's
Placement scan complete.
My archive is almost exhausted.
January 2031 out of
Train complete. Process 21. Quarantine 0.
There's a guy with a blue tick, bicycle trailer I spoke to yesterday. Did they contact with him?
Renaming
Tried to
complete.
get him last night.
21 5.
Unit 2, he provided it. Hey, okay.
Williamsville North, wind 467. 603 myself and 636 will be out the range. 603, turn on. Oh, 51.
Reset all audio.
Here's
her name. Ray Trust.
Calling tomorrow, 02.
last time 1838.
This is long. If you have an card, we need to launch the driver manager to move forward like driving recent drivers should be able to run that on any computer without any problem. So to conclude on Cosmic and Corpus, I love what they do.
They want to do something too, Richard.
The application of very big.
And underscore the underscore so underscore the underscore and underscore the underscore the underscore 202512111134716.
And it's therefore worth being aware of how some shortcuts to actually help us with that issue.
The floor, micro level, I mean, not sure how to explain that.
Go. Well, I'm trying to blind metal vacant. I'm gonna call the animals, Gordon.
Well, 32 to base. Can I get an individual, please? Yeah. Take to this side. 64, 10 4.
Good. Audio on?
9 minutes down.
Terracid. Acknowledged. Okay.
Remaining information complete.
Code 4, 5 code.
Yeah, go ahead, Halo 4, Halo 4.
Halo 4, stand down, disregard.
Trim complete. Processed 20.
Understand, we're canceled, heading back to Evo base.
Moved 24 files to processing zone.
Hey, gentlemen, stand by. Is it on 23? 123, 59, so far, is it on?
Arrived at 226 Longview.
Remaining complete. 24. New files settled. Quarantined 0 empty folders. LTAS JSON generation complete with worded
7-8. 7-8. At 938, 938, got a passing. 4. 938, 4. She's not requesting medical attention and she's continuing on route.
Hello? Lock on. Lock off.
You got a car
Terminator.
Space in the back.
Linux voice control stopped. Linux terrorist tracking system restarted.
No one had any entry vehicles.
Charles, equal to
Yeah.
Base round 32, go ahead and bring it back in.
You can show me arrived and working at the 1233 Ray direct call.
for generating particular expert systems applications in
does not
virtually any area where there is that routine use of special knowledge.
And it runs on microcomputers.
Right, it runs on the IBM personal computer and a number of other compatible microcomputers.
Do you use the same techniques in this system that Nils was referring to, or used in systems that might run on larger equipment?
It uses some of the same ideas, and it has its own unique approach as well. One of the specific
It's going to be one with contact and one inbound, and 1076 to I got one triple 14. I'm out at Portland High School. 7.
Faced with my note-taking app, my web browser, a file manager, a terminal, so I can test things out, look things up, write stuff, maybe have a little video player in the bottom. It's just really, really useful, and no other desktop comes close to offering this wide variety of use cases and functionality. It is the strength of Cosmic, and it is, I think, what will draw people to it. Now, of course, if full tiling is not for you,
as
you
Voyager
still
drew
have
closer,
usual
it began to return a
tiling
precious set of images that remain to date our only close-range record of this planetary system. At first flying past Nereid, the third largest of Neptune's moons, Voyager captured our only image of this distant world travelling on its massively eccentric orbit around the planet.
Put that there is what
But
it
it was
shows
the images of
you
Neptune itself
at the same time. So let's go back to our USB
Painted
drive,
across
going
the
back to
surface
that
of the
directory
planet.
and list again so we can remember what is going on. And we can copy lots of files using what are called wildcards. So we could, for example, here put in cp for copy and star.star, and then we'll just type it in and explain it. We'll put in back again to the home directory and pictures, I can spell it, and also Wales. And what that's going to do,
one on over for check that. Okay, 10-4. 4. 14-210 and I got it.
and once again we're arriving in the list, this time installed on the computer. So we'll just log in, and here we are back on the desktop with a welcome wizard, and there's various things that can be done here, some of which I'll return to later in the video, but the critical one is that if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, and on this computer there is an NVIDIA graphics card, we need to launch the driver manager to install the right drivers for the NVIDIA graphics card.
On the Vector V13.
The most powerful transmission is kindness.